everyone. Hope everybody can hear me okay. I have a few people joining at the moment. I'd just like to welcome you. Thank you for registering for our conference. I think for people that do know us, we're usually the ones that do conferences for other people. So for a change now, it's us with our faces on the screen. But what's important for me here is the connections and the collaborations that we've managed to develop in the last couple of years. And it's through other organisations that's on here and other people that we've really been able to come together and grow with our IT and media and see what the needs is out there. But the real important thing for me is that connection and that collaboration. I'm going to do an introduction to everybody in a different way in a minute at Drop the Mask. But what I'd like to say is please introduce yourselves in the chat to everybody else. We're recording this meeting. I hope it's okay. If you don't want to be on the recording, please just let us know in the chat or via an email. And on post-production, we'll make sure that you're not seen. Just a few notes. If you can keep on mute during the presentations, that'd be great. Hopefully everybody received the agenda. If not, we can put it into chat. We can resend the agenda for the day. It's in 3 sections. There'll be a break and a lunch. There's one person I really want to introduce first that we've done collaboration with in the last year, and we feel that it's really important for us. Our background is about lived experience of mental health. It's why Drop the Mask started, why I founded, and then others joined quite quickly, is to make sure that we're inclusive as much as we can be, and shoulder to shoulder, not feeling that we're pointing fingers and listening more than we talk in a way. And one of those important things for us in conferences, for others and for ourselves, is being with a CIC like us, a community interest company called Compassionate Cuppa. And I literally for a minute or two, I'd just like to introduce Ling Salter from Compassionate Cuppa, and she's just going to say a bit what she does with us and for other people and around mental health and conferences. So over to you for a couple of minutes there, if that's okay, Ling.
Thank you there, Greg, and good morning, everybody. I just want, whilst we've got a moment here, for us to ponder for a moment what it's like if we didn't have our mental health. Because for me, without if we don't have our mental health, we don't have our health at all. And what life would actually be like for those that are actually struggling with their mental health. Thus, Compassionate Cuppa is about uplifting mental well-being for individuals that may be struggling with their mental health, but also my role would be preventing mental health issues as well. And with Drop the Mask, I provide emotional support as well as mental health training. So one of the sort of facets of Drop the Mask, which I see that they do that no others do, is providing that emotional support for people if they need it during their conferences. So I'm very honoured and pleasured to be here today. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Ling. And what we do with conferences, and we've done them with a couple of NHS trusts, and we always try to make sure that we try to include this now. If anybody today, we know it's about IT media, but this is about connecting and collaborating. If anybody individually feels they need support today with anything heard, I know we're only talking about IT media, but if there's anything that's needed and you need a bit of mental health support, then please in the chat, on private chat, if you can look for DTMP Jess and send a private message to her to request to have a Zoom meeting with Ling during the conference, please feel free to do that. That support's there for everyone. We feel that's the most important thing. For us, like Ling said, what I'm going to do, I'll let you in, hopefully you get to know each other in breakout rooms. We've got breakout rooms, 3 lots of 3 breakout rooms. So what I'm going to do is sort of explain what we do, but in a cartoon way, or in an animation way, and I'll introduce you now to the team at Drop the Mask. Hi, we are Drop the Mask Productions CIC, and welcome to our webinar, showcasing the IT and media services we offer. My name is Gregory, and I'm the founder and managing director. I'd like to give you a brief outline of our not-for-profit community interest company. We've been working in the voluntary, community, and social enterprise sector for some time now. And we've seen an urgent need for cost-effective, ongoing support for IT and media. And this has inspired us to work in collaboration with other like-minded organisations to redress the balance. Our experiences have allowed us to create services and products that can empower other organisations with training and support from our team. Our company ethos is based on lived experiences of severe mental health, so inclusion, teamwork and collaboration are incredibly important to us. We work with a low hierarchical business model, as this enables anyone with mental health issues to work feeling less pressured. We also use a recruitment process that is not just based on exams, previous work experience and balanced mental health. We aim to take a holistic view with the people who join our team, ensuring their experience with us is as enjoyable as possible. And I will now introduce you to the rest of the team and allow them to introduce our IT and media products and services.
Hi, I'm Debbie. I'm the Director of Development and Support, and today I'll be talking about content writing.
Hi, I'm Takamasa and I'm a part of the IT team. Today I'm going to be speaking about our customer relationship management systems and a little about conference support.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm the project coordinator, and today I'll be talking about content writing and conference support.
Hi, I'm Lyndon. I'm part of the media team. Today I'm going to be talking about social media and conferencing support.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm part of the IT team, and today I'll be talking about conferencing, remote support and websites.
Hi, I'm Abby and I'm the media supervisor, and today I'm going to be talking about videos and voiceovers.
Hi there, I'm Ryan and I help out with hardware and remote conferencing support.
Hi, I'm Suzanne, part of the media team here at Drop the Mask. We all love taking on new challenges.
Hopefully that introduced you to our team. You'll see them for real now, hopefully. But what we're going to do is introduce each of our 9 products in sections. So this first section for us, we're going to go into 3 breakout rooms, and as with the agenda that come out, what we're going to cover on this is video and voiceovers, and that's going to be with Abby and Lyndon. So select that, and if you want to know around video, film, animation, then please go into Abby's room. We're going to open up, when we open up the breakout rooms, you'll be able to self-select. If you've got any issues, then please put in the chat and you probably go into the rooms. Hardware and support is going to be with Ben and Ryan in our conference room. And then for databases, CRMs, probably the most least interesting, it'll be just with myself in the breakout room. If you want to find out more about CRMs, I'll try and keep it simple. As you know, we get very complicated, but I will try and explain CRMs. So I'm just going to introduce the 3 videos, what they're about, and after that, we'll open up breakout rooms. So here you go.
While the effectiveness of using videos in marketing and communication has long since been proven, the assumption that professional production costs are unaffordable has resulted in many organisations missing out. Alongside these financial concerns, there's the added pressure of getting it right. So much is riding on your videos that even the thought of planning their content can become overwhelming, let alone their production. Don't worry though, you're not on your own. We love working with you to create videos on time and on budget, which truly reflect your needs. We can use live footage, animation, or a layered combination of the two, offering a variety of different styles, so we're confident about finding one that you'll love. We can further enhance your video by using music, voiceovers, or a combination of both. Let's take a look. In addition to all this, we also understand the importance of recognition and consistency in branding, so we can match your official colours and themes, and can also incorporate subtitles, so that your videos can be as inclusive and wide-reaching as possible. So remember, you're not on your own. And if you need advice or a helping hand, we're here for you. We can even use animation to create custom characters and mascots for your organisation, visit you on location to showcase your facilities, or simply give your audience a behind-the-scenes insight to show the human face of your organisation.
As we become increasingly reliant on technology in our everyday lives, it can be devastating when your laptop or desktop computer develops a fault, especially when you don't have the time, expertise, or even the equipment needed for a full diagnosis and repair. No need to worry though, you're not on your own. Our dedicated hardware support team is here to help restore your machine to its former glory. Or, if it's not worth the cost of repair, we can source a replacement for you, or even build a new cost-effective desktop computer with your own specifications in mind. So remember, you're not on your own. If you need advice or a helping hand, we're here for you.
A CRM, or Customer Relationship Management System, enables you to store your data securely in the cloud. While CRMs enable you to access your data from one system, storing your data on the cloud eliminates single points of failure, preventing devastating loss. Furthermore, each user has customizable access privileges, ensuring your client's data is protected through a need-to-know basis. We offer custom-built CRMs to your unique specifications, enabling your system to truly reflect your organization's requirements. Additionally, all our systems are created with user-friendly software, empowering you to make any changes to your CRM and providing you with an adaptable, cost-effective data storage system which can evolve with you. Should you find the thought of updating your own CRM daunting, then don't panic. We offer full training and support by phone, email, or working with you online. If you need advice or a helping hand, we are here for you.
Hi there, welcome back everybody. Well, what's important for me is there's a few people that joined late, and what I'd like to do is just let everybody know. I'll just run over it quickly that as a CIC, we were formed by my own lived experience of mental health. And what's important for us is we employ, quite inclusive, and really try to support people with mental health. I introduced Compassionate Cuppa run by Ling Salter, and what she does for us is she joins a lot of Zoom meetings. She actually face-to-face for us. We pay for sessions with her for mental well-being. If we come across any issues, we're able to book sessions. And for a company, we pay for those services and feel it's very important. But for any Zoom conference we do, we try to recommend it when we're hosting for other companies or for the NHS, that our services are there. So if anybody today feels they need some mental health wellbeing support, then please look to Private Mesh DTMP Jess. Jess will take your details and give you a link with Ling, and that's obviously free of charge from us. What's important for us is people's mental health. I hope everybody's enjoying it so far. This is about connecting, collaborate. We're going to open up the first 3 rooms. If anybody's just joined in now the last couple of minutes, the first rooms are going to be videos and voiceovers with Abby and Lyndon, hardware with Ben and Ryan, and databases, CRMs with myself. You should get an invite to the breakout rooms in a few seconds here. If you've got any issues, please chat and we'll put you in a room that you wish. Okay, enjoy.
Hi everyone, so we'll just give it a couple more minutes to make sure that everyone's back. Hopefully had a good cup of tea or some snacks. I think we've had a couple of new people join us as well, so welcome. I think we've nearly got everyone, so that's good. So for anyone that has just joined and missed the introductions, I'm Abby from Drop the Mask. And just to let you know, we do also have Ling Salter from Compassionate Cuppa, who's available to anyone on the call. If anyone needs any mental health support outside of this call, that's just a free service that we've got alongside this. And if you would like any of that, just feel free to drop any of us a message and we can get that organised. Cool, so let's move on. So it's going to follow in the same pattern as before. We're going to show you the next 3 videos, and those are going to be based on content writing, website design, and then remote support. And then we'll open up the breakout rooms again for you afterwards. So take it away.
Good written content is the lifeblood of any pamphlet, article, or website, and a few well-chosen words go a long way when it comes to engaging with your audience, drawing them into a dialogue and showcasing your ideas. However, it's common to feel anxious when tasked with writing content for a publication, especially when faced with the biggest obstacle, an empty page. How does one begin? How do you transcribe thoughts into something clear, concise, and compelling? Don't worry, we're here to write for you. Before we even pick up a pen, we'll research relevant subject matters and take the time to understand your organization and your target audience in order to provide quality content which informs, entertains, and resonates with your readers. So let us make the prospect of content writing less daunting by allowing us to share your ideas with the wider world. Now, let me hand over to Debbie.
Thanks, Catherine. As Catherine has said, we understand that content writing is the lifeblood of any publication, especially if the message is intended to be thought-provoking or inspire action from your readers. Visuals, branding, your photographs, or even video footage are important. However, the impact of these can be dramatically changed with the addition of words. So let us help you to choose the right ones.
We possess a vast amount of experience in producing creative, attractive, and functional websites. Built from the ground up to your unique specification, we love working with you to create your website in a timely manner that truly reflects your organization's vision. We also use drag and drop software to empower you to complete any changes to your website yourself, providing you with a cost-effective solution for keeping your website up to date. If you find the thought of updating your own website daunting, don't worry, as we offer full training and support by phone, email, or working with you online. So remember, you're not on your own. If you need advice or a helping hand, we're here for you. We offer a bespoke remote support service tailored to your requirements. This can be anything from simply cleaning your system to assisting with more complicated fault-finding projects.
3, 2, 1.
A clean ensures that your system is running at optimum levels, as it includes cleaning your registry, removing spyware, checking your disk integrity, and optimizing your memory. At the very least, we recommend that you have your system cleaned monthly. You won't have to do anything, as we simply connect remotely. So sit back and relax while we take care of your system for you. Assistance with any other concerns that may arise can also be offered remotely via email or telephone, or you can raise a fault using our online system. And of course, we're also very happy to assist you in person.
Great, so hopefully you found that useful. The breakout rooms are going to open up again, so you should have a pop-up for that one. So we've got content writing with Debbie and Catherine. Websites, that's going to be mainly with Greg, and I'll be there as well. And we've got your support with Ben and Ryan again. So feel free to join one of those rooms. And if you've got any troubles, just give us a shout in the chat box and we can move you over to them.
Everybody's coming back in now. We'll just wait to see if there's I think that's everybody back now. What we're going to do now is have a lunch break for quarter an hour again. With people back in about 12:45, 12:50. Please enjoy your lunch, enjoy your break. I hope you've enjoyed the session so far. And we look forward to welcoming you back after lunch. And Debbie will be introducing you back after lunch and introducing the next sessions. If you do feel like you want to come back early and one of us is around, you want to raise a question through lunch, we'll come back earlier. Please feel free to, if we're around, no problem. But we'll see you in quarter of an hour. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. See a couple of cameras on, hopefully everybody, yeah, here we go. Great to see everybody coming on, see all your lovely smiley faces and your full bellies, hopefully. Thank you for coming back this afternoon. There's a couple of things I just want to address that's being said to us. Our apologies. We usually enable chat to chat, and I think that facility, for some reason, the settings changed. We're trying to change that for private chats. A couple of things to just go over, people joining us this afternoon. On our collaborations we have, where one of the companies we collaborate with is one of the companies we collaborate with is Compassionate Cuppa, who really care about mental health, well-being. So if anybody feels, I know it's IT media, but anybody feels they need to have a private Zoom chat, any support, then please message. I want to say please message Jess, but you can't. We'll come up with something in a minute for that contact. With Ling. Also, another couple of things just to let you know, when we close towards 2 o'clock, there's going to be 2 sessions with some of us available, quarter-hour sessions, if people want to talk a little bit more, from 2 to 2:15, 2:15 to 2:30 with Lyndon, Jess, Abby, Ben, Debbie, or myself. If you want to put 15 minutes to have a chat about anything you want. So Lyndon, if you just let us know on the general chat, first come, first serve, if that's okay. Lyndon can talk about social media, anything to do with that. Jess will talk about communications and marketing and social media too. Abby, anything around filming, video, anything to do with media. Ben, he can talk about websites, IT, remote support. Debbie, around content writing, also support and training. Myself, somebody's just booked already the first session, 2 to 2:15. Anything in general with me, if somebody wants to book 2:15 to 2:30. At the end, we'll also be sending a link for our booking system with our staff. And it shows easy, clickable availability for any of us, like around 4 or 5 subjects. So at the end, for the future, we'll give you that link for you to be able to book free 30-minute sessions with us to talk or address anything around IT or media. What I'm going to do now is be quiet and hand you over to my better half in real life, but also in work, one of the directors, Debbie, to talk to you about this afternoon.
Hi. So welcome back everybody. I hope you enjoyed your lunch. So what we're going to look at this afternoon will be conference support, which is a massive thing that's happening at the moment, especially with the COVID times that we've just been through and still are going through. Social media, and also photography. So we're going to display this, drop the mask styly. Let the cameras roll, Ben.
We offer a comprehensive remote conferencing support package designed to take the stress out of running your virtual events. We cater for up to 500 people per event, and using our specialist equipment, we can run your videos, images, and presentations in line with your conference schedule, leaving you completely free to do what you do best, speak to your audience.
Our specialist equipment enables us to control multiple sources of information simultaneously. This is a live production switcher control device. It enables us to switch between multiple sources, seamlessly transitioning between live presenters, pre-prepared slides, videos, or anything else you need. We've also maximized the number of sources that can be used in your virtual event without sacrificing quality or your content by using 2 combined controllers simultaneously.
Our support with specialist equipment doesn't end there though. as in addition to this, we use high-quality 4K cameras with built-in microphones to give you and your presenters the best possible sound and video quality. And to prevent slow or inconsistent internet speeds from ruining your event, we can also use our own portable Wi-Fi routers. We'll also back up your conference's content on our secure systems and run technical rehearsals before the event to ensure that everything runs smoothly on the day. And to further put your mind at rest, our support team will be on standby to assist you with any difficulties you may encounter.
As well as helping you manage the technical side of your event, we can also help you to manage your audience's experience and participation. Everyone is unique, with different thoughts and perspectives which deserve to be heard, and the challenge that listening presents will only increase with the size of the audience, with one of the major problems being finding enough time for everyone to speak. Our solution is to use breakout rooms, which we will manage behind the scenes so that you don't have to. These breakout rooms allow everyone to talk within smaller groups. This is an especially attractive option for individuals who find speaking in front of large groups uncomfortable.
Managing your audience's experience may also involve the need for safeguarding when there's a risk that your subject matter will cause discomfort or distress amongst your audience. Warnings can be issued before your event. However, some people may not know how they're going to react until faced with the situation. If this is a possibility, we can set up a safe space where we can discreetly pull participants out of the main conference at their request into a private meeting with a trained mental health specialist, where they'll be free to discuss anything in complete confidence, while you continue reassured that your audience is in safe hands. So, there really is nothing for you to worry about when it comes to remote conferencing, as we're here to take the stress away from you. So all you have to do is talk.
The way our world communicates is evolving, and we must evolve with it, or risk being left behind. One of the most exciting benefits emerging from this evolution is the increasing popularity of social media, which, when used effectively, is proving to be one of the best forms of modern-day marketing and communications. We do understand, however, that even the thought of using social media can feel daunting, even for those already proficient in navigating this digital world. While it's fairly straightforward to post something on an ad hoc basis, if you really want to grow your following and recognition, then consistency is key. Consistency is necessary in securing an organization's longevity and growth. And, well, to achieve this, it's essential to be prepared. Knowing what and when to post can be overwhelming, but please don't panic. You're not on your own. And we can help you to use this invaluable tool to achieve the best possible outcomes. We can offer advice on how to improve what you already have, and this is over multiple platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Or for those new to social media, we'll even get you started. So, remember, you're not on your own. And if you need advice or a helping hand, then we are here to help.
When it comes to creating informative and inspiring promotional material, it's crucial to capture the best possible images, as the use of excellent visuals will really bring your website, social media platform, or pamphlet to life. Everyone has the ability to take wonderful shots using a smartphone these days. However, to help us provide you with optimized visuals, we use industry standard cameras and lights. Our specialist equipment can even be used on location, in a setting of your choice, or in our controlled studio setting. So you'll never have to worry about those pesky shadows or the wind and rain ruining your shot ever again. Let's take a look.
We've also gained a new team member. His name is Sebastian, and he is already taking us to new heights.
Literally.
Sebastian is our drone, and he is fitted with high-definition cameras so he can capture high-quality footage from a whole new perspective. He allows us to capture fantastic, seamless footage from angles that were previously out of reach, and this is particularly useful for taking large group photos or for showcasing locations, as he can take wide shots from height. So if you'd like to meet Sebastian or any member of our team, we'd be happy to help you get the best possible visuals to suit all your needs. Remember, we're here for you.
Hi everyone. I hope you enjoyed those. If you have any questions now or any comments you'd like to make on any of those subjects, we're now going to be opening up the next set of breakout rooms. So we've got conference support, and that's going to be with Ben. And we've got social media, and that's going to be with Lyndon and Jess. And then finally, photography, and that's going to be with Greg and myself. Hey, enjoy.
Everybody, welcome back. I think we're all out of the breakout rooms. That was our last session. I hope who's joined during the day or this afternoon have enjoyed the sessions. I know it's a shame we can't get into all 9 areas of what we do, but the choices hopefully have helped you, and any information collaborative chat, advice, and answering some of your questions where we can has helped. What we thought we'd do for this conference now, between now and around about 2 o'clock, or maybe it might finish a bit earlier than 2, is to have a general chat and questions on here, and be collaborative between all of us around anything to do with IT, media. Also, I'm just looking now to see if we have Lynn with us, do we? I'm not sure. Anyway, I think it'd be good to ask questions on here and maybe have a general chat. And then towards 2 o'clock, from 2 to 2:15 and 2:15 to 2:30 on breakout rooms, we've got quarter-hour segments with myself, Debbie, Ben, Abby, Jess, and Lyndon. If you want to have a 15-minute one-to-one and talk about with Lyndon around social media, Jess around social media or communications, Abby around anything to do with media or film and animation, Ben anything to do with IT support, websites, Debbie about content writing or photography, or myself anything in general. Somebody's just booked me 2 to 2:15, but just put in the chat here if you want to talk to anybody, and we'll see what that availability is after 2 o'clock if somebody wants a quarter-hour segment with somebody. But I'm not going to open up the conversation. I'll let somebody else, or I'll pick on somebody to get their view, somebody really confident perhaps. So I'm looking at a few people here like Sean and Billy and Nick and Nathan for sure. And just a bit of feedback and any questions in between any, I think as a collective here of 21 people now, to have a chat and have how today's gone and what we feel about IT and media. Over to you guys.
Should I start then?
Go on. You start.
Well, there's quite a lot there. The first thing I'd say is on a personal level, I found today fantastic. I've got an awful lot out of the day in terms of some of the services that Drop the Mask provide, which I did know, but I kind of didn't know how deep and how far-reaching they were. So it's opened my eyes in that regard and given me a lot of food for thought in terms of just how we can collaborate even more with Drop the Mask and benefit my organisation and hopefully everybody else. I think the other thing for me that's good is to get to virtually meet and see other people and understand a little bit about what they do. So I've learned some things today beyond Drop the Mask from some of the delegates here, where I'm going to probably go offline and have a chat with them and understand how they could help my organisation or even me on a personal level. So today has been really sort of fantastic like that. So it's been good to see the understanding of the services you provide, but also to kind of widen the network and understand how you can collaborate better. So for me, thank you. I love the animation. I really do love the animation. If I had one question now, it would be, because you put me on the spot, is you've got loads of different strands. So you've got social media, content writing, video, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they're their own disciplines. So I know I can sort of I could come to you and say, I want an animation, 30 seconds about X, Y, Z, you can do that. Can you offer to people, and I'm not necessarily saying it for me, but it's the one thing I thought about is, can you offer it coordinated across content writing, social media, video, because they're all kind of interlinked, isn't there? So rather than going off of one discipline, it's kind of saying we can look at your organisation or your CIC or your charity or whatever it is, and this would be a great, you should do a bit of this, a bit of this, and a bit of this across the board.
Yeah, sure. And let me first, and I'm sure anybody else from Drop the Mask can jump in where they can answer a bit more personally about what we do service. I'm gonna mention people on here that we've collaborated with already, and one of them is Nathan Brown. I hope you don't mind me mentioning. For us as an organisation, being 2 years around, from being sort of like around from my own lived experience of mental health and finding it hard to be employed, and finding it hard to be in hierarchical job, employment or with companies for a lot of us, it is creating something that is inclusion. I sort of like call Kelly on inclusion, who's on here as well, and Ling Salter. And Ling Salter, I keep mentioning it, but that mental health support, without mental health, we can look at the products. And where we went word of mouth for 2 years, we didn't look at our marketing plan. We had a scattergun approach of probably 15 different products we had. And I think it was back in November that we were suggested by Yana Chambers here of Twix, who's come on to us this afternoon. So hi, Yana. And what she did was recommend Nathan, and Nathan come and sat safely, COVID safe with us, with me and Ben, and asked us questions. And working with somebody with Nathan and his approach and his professionality enabled us to see that the 9 things that we presented today between us is the 9 things we do well. The 9 things that link together as well. So Sean, if you come to us and you say, I've got a plan, but I know what I want from you, what we do already, but I'm not sure. I'd probably recommend Nathan for a half a day with you, to sit with you, identify it, and then come to us and say, yeah, I need social media a bit more, I need this and need that. And all our services are linked, Sean. I know with us you have 365, and we're trying to empower people now to use SharePoint, the proper way to use SharePoint, and creating your own areas and your own micro sites within your organizations to manage people, manage everything you can. I know with you, contracts and people. And I just think that empowerment to link in these devices together and link in businesses and cooperate in the way we do is really important. And I think not just with us, but with other organizations here, we can identify it first, so you're not paying for stuff that you don't need. Our skill is not the identifying and marketing plan, but putting the 9 things together we do in IT and media, we're able to do. Well, I feel when you get that knowledge of what you need from somebody else like Nathan. Am I on the right lines there, Nathan, without trying to talk about what you do?
Spot on, Gregory. It was something that I was thinking in some of the workshops, was actually everything should be underpinned by a marketing strategy for the organization. So you know what you want, and then Drop the Mask kind of provide the missing skills or the missing technical capabilities that you might not have in a small social enterprise or small business. But your business needs to understand what it wants first to be able to ask Drop the Mask to help you. There's otherwise you're really asking Drop the Mask to sort of like be inside the head of your business. I always talk about businesses as if they're people, because really they are. small teams, organizations, there's a brain at work, even if it's disconnected. But within your team, you know, there's a thought function that goes on. So the more organized you can be around what you want, like for instance, understanding who your target market is or what the benefits of your products or services are, then I think the better value you're going to get out of an organization like Drop the Mask.
Thanks, Nathan. I'm going to go to somebody that's just joined our team recently, which is Jess Redding. What's important for me with Jess is what we've tried to do, and from the time that we've had collaborating with other people, using other people's services like yours, Nathan, when we identify within us, creating that plan and being able to communicate well and be able to liaise in the right way and put those plans is the communication and marketing, as you say. Jess has joined us in her previous role. Jess, I think you give, well, what's important, I think, as you grow as a CIC, a company, no matter how big you are, but you get to a level where you need that direction. And I'll let Jess just say to Sean and sort of answer how we work. We work with an electrical company at the moment on their marketing plan, and certain services they have with us, Sean, which is web, and they just approach us for social media. Jess, do you want to say a little bit about sort of like how we take that approach? If Nathan was to identify with Sean in their business, what our next move is usually, if that's okay?
Yeah, sure. So as it's kind of been said, I would say exactly the same as Nathan. Like, it's about really understanding what the requirements are. Like, where do you want to go? Where are you right now? What is going to take you from A to B? And once you figure out where you want to be, we can start to look at that journey, and we can start to look at what's required to get you there. Marketing, it's a huge world. It's absolutely massive. And there's so many different things that we can look at that are going to work for you in your business, and importantly, be sustainable, and you feel empowered to do those things as well. You know, in my time I've been here, I've known Greg for a long time, but I've only been working with the guys since January. And my first port of call was to really assess our online presence and really think about, what do people know about us right now? What do we want people to know about us right now? What do we want people to come to us for? And then really dispelling that across all of our online presence, website, social media. What do people come to us for? And then understanding the journey of that. So how can we improve that? How can we improve our online presence? How can we make sure that everyone knows what we want people to know about us? But we can't tell people about us unless we truly know who we are and what we do and what makes us different. So the first port of call, like Nathan has said, is understanding who you are as a business, what you provide, who you're talking to, so that we can then create a plan that is going to do all of those things and meet that criteria. Which is what I've been doing for Drop the Mask at the moment. So really elevating their social media presence, you know, making sure that everything says the same thing, and, you know, it's consistent, and it feels like it definitely hits what we do in our kind of being authentic, and making sure that it really feels good across everything that we do. Authenticity, I spoke about this briefly in the social media breakout room, is so important. It's so important to know who you truly are and not be afraid to talk about that story, to talk about what makes you different, to talk about what got you to where you are. People are so, like, unfortunately, we know that Instagram can kind of look like a highlights reel, and, you know, what people truly want to see is authenticity. So that might be kind of a day in the life of behind the scenes, you know, what got us to where we are, why we're different. I saw this problem, I fixed it, this is how I can fix a problem for you. And that's how we would then build from there and really start to, it's really kind of layers, but you have to have that really solid foundation of knowing who you are, knowing who you are as a business, where you want to go, so that otherwise we're layering on top and we're talking about social media, but if we've not got that foundation, we've got nothing to come back to really create that direction of where we want to go. Does that make sense? Yeah.
It's perfect, thank you. Yeah, I agree with you completely, and I certainly think on some of the points you've made on a personal level, I'm very comfortable with what we're doing, why and how, and on others, I need a bit of guidance and help. One of the other things, if I may ask, is how do you know, or if you don't know, what is the best platform or route to market, depending on what you want to achieve? So is it social media? Is it more about driving the website? Do you see what I mean?
Yep. again, this
How can
comes
you
back
do
to
that?
who are we trying to talk to here and what are we trying to say? It can feel really, really overwhelming. These social media platforms are popping up left, right, and center. And, you know, it can feel really intimidating to know where to go first. What I would do is I would really firstly get clear on who it is that you're speaking to as a cleaning business. Is it other businesses? Is it other people? Where are those people? Where are they looking for support? Are they looking for support, or do we need to reach out to them? And then it's creating that content that is going to position you as a leader in what you do. It's going to understand their pain points, and then your content is going to say, hi, over here, we do that, but you're speaking their language. So you understand them so implicitly, you understand exactly how they feel, you understand exactly what their problem is. You then can provide the answer in messaging, in content. And really, in terms of platform, there's no written rule on what you should do first. I would say nail one first if you can, or at least get really comfortable with one platform first, and then we can start to expand that out. So it might be that you decide to start with Facebook because that's where a lot of businesses are, and then you might start to look at, okay, well, we really like this, we really want to go to Instagram now because we've got so much testimonials, we've got so much visual content, we're ready to go into Instagram, we're ready to share that now. Oh, actually, now we really want to spread to corporate businesses, let's go to LinkedIn, let's start to market over there. So I would say it's better to kind of really focus on one area, get super comfortable with that, and then again, layers. So once you've got that foundation, you know where your customers are, you know what they're talking about, you know why they need you, you can give them the answers on one platform, and then we can start to build those layers and start to replicate what works on another platform. Does that make sense?
Perfect, Jess, thank you.
Perfect.
Just seen a really interesting comment in chat there, Nathan. Do you want to expand on that? I thought that's really good.
Well, I mean, as the comment says, I was running a session for people who give advice like me, and we were looking at marketing, and people were saying it's the dark arts, it's witchcraft at the start of the session. And then when we took them through, actually, it's really about understanding who your customers are and what your customers want, and how what you can provide a benefit to your customers, rather than trickery and convincing people to buy things they don't even want or need. Then they got really relaxed about it. And actually, I think far too many people think that marketing is the dark arts because they think about advertising. And I know that social media promotion can be a bit like advertising, but you know, the world of advertising that people think of with these giant billboards and TV commercials is for a tiny, 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 infinitesimally small segment of the business population. You know, like something like 90% of the businesses in this country have less than 50 employees, right? So they don't spend money on billboards and TV adverts. So, you know, it's a tiny little percentage that plays these mind games. And there is some of that goes on in advertising specifically. There is sort of biological psychology being put to play. They are messing with our minds because they understand what drives our human being natures. You know, we like to herd, we like to crowd together. This is all the caveman stuff. You know, how do we survive? And they pick up on that stuff that's in the back of your brain that you've got no control of. But actually, marketing for small businesses isn't witchcraft. It's literally understanding what your customers' needs are and being able to clearly explain why what you offer will actually meet those needs. So being able to explain the benefits. I hope that's made sense.
Pretty much spot on, I think. That comment did make me laugh, actually, on dark arts and witchcraft. It is like that, though. It is like when you first go into it, it is so overwhelming that it's exactly that. It's great. It's a great comment.
Yeah, you use this before. Any other questions around like IT or media, or even like us being mental health and Ling being on board? Like, what, you know, shall I open up a conversation about how important is it for people on mental health? Do you feel how does it integrate with businesses and stuff? Just to put a question out there, I think it's always important. I feel with what we've done with Ling, and we invested in our services, it's probably saved an awful lot of time of people off sick where they have to wait an awful long time to be able to just voice or be able to talk to somebody and have that mental health support, you know, in a quicker way. Any thoughts on that from anybody? Not trying to put anyone on the spot this time, if it's not something that needs to be addressed, but I always like to to be quite transparent about it for us.
Well, Greg, I personally think that sort of businesses, I mean, we've all been through the pandemic together collectively, and the awareness of sort of how social separation has really had an adverse impact on a lot of people's mental health. So businesses need to safeguard, even more so than ever, the well-being of their employees. Because at the end of the day, if an employee is unwell due to mental health issues, then they're not being able to be as productive as that organization would like them to be. Yeah, it's just so important in work and outside of work. Our mental health affects not just how we function, our relationships, everything. So yeah, an organization needs to be aware of how much it's costing them. And when somebody is going off sick, well, actually there's lots of opportunities to intervene before that happens. So yeah, that's what I would be encouraging.
Yeah, I really like how Drop the Mask sort of lead the way in, or model, you know, speaking openly about mental health as well. And I think that's really important from the voluntary sector side. And we'd like to, you know, model that ourselves, and we'd like to see more organisations having those open conversations. So I think it's really good that you bring it into everything, because it does affect everything, and the more people talk about it, the better it'll be for everyone. So yeah, kudos to Drop the Mask.
Thanks, Nikki. I think it's a thing like I think there's an over expectation of self and driven by other human beings of this perfection levels, and everything we do, work, rest, play, whatever. I know whenever I point at somebody else, I've got three fingers pointing back at me. When I think I know what's best for somebody else, those three fingers pointing back to me are going, Greg, I think that means you need to look at yourself 3 times as much as you do anyone else. And if I look at that, I know it's 100% true. When somebody was saying earlier about fact over fiction, it's nice. If you're looking at a delusional way about marketing, oh yeah, it's a dark art for sure. But it's not when you can have somebody or other companies and you're transparent about mental health, about your business, about your pricing structure. It's not for everyone, but when you are, there's nothing hidden in the head. There's nothing hidden within a company. You know what you're going to get and how you're going to get it. So I think it's sort of like answers Sean's question in a way, is what am I getting and how? And if I'm working with somebody, how transparent is that? You know, even on the factual level, how much is my social media climbing? Has it done well on Facebook? All Twitter's not great, so we'll let that one go. And I think it's that marketing and always assessing and looking at, there's no perfection, but look and progress and keep everything fluid. I think what we've learned from other organisations and working with NHS trusts and projects, and us being asked stuff to lead or come up with ideas, I think because the freer you are in your mind, or freer, and for us, we work on such a low hierarchy here that every single thought is justified, is able to be listened to, and not put down as a no or as a yes. And I think when you keep a fluidity on what you do in your services and how you talk, the saying that I try to put across in here is, we don't work with pens and concrete here, we work with pencils and mud, and always changeable. And I feel it's not just for social enterprise, I think for business and life, it brings it more together as one, to be able to feel. The comments from a couple of staff when we were a year around was, this is great, this feels like I'm leaving home in the morning to go home. And when I leave home, I go back home. And to hear stuff like that without being asked about it, and for me, what's really important is I always love duvet days when I get up and my mental health is so severe I can't do nothing. And we implement that for staff with problems not to say duvet day. And we never ask why on the duvet day, 3 of those. And we pay for sessions for our staff with Link. And those are cost saving. We pay for them, not the end user. And really looking back on it already after a year, and there are service rather, it sounds mad, but the amount we pay is absolutely cost effective financially, mentally, and in life. I don't want to go into a psychology session on IT and media, and I'm not a psychologist, but the lived experience for life and being collaborative for us is number one. Before that, forget work, forget the money, forget everything else. If you haven't got support for your mental health, be it good, bad, or indifferent, really you're coming into work and typing on the keyboard and going, oh, can't wait till this finishes. So it's so important, so important. I might put Debbie on the spot here because she's gone from another company to us in July. What was your experiences, Debbie? Can I ask you? Do you mind sharing?
No, I've worked for public sector companies. I've worked for private sector companies, and I've been used to the production and employees' production output is, if I could put it in those terms, has been the main focus, not so much who you are. People do develop you, they do, but it's more developing for them rather than developing the person for the person, if that makes any sense at all. And if you're somebody who has got a long-term condition that is life-changing, or it's a condition that becomes worse, being in that corporate world, it's a real struggle. I've got multiple sclerosis, and those of you that know me, relapsing and remitting multiple sclerosis, and I'm extremely lucky with the way that I'm able to cope with it. But it does have it does make my life have limitations in certain areas. So working for a company that is so open to looking after the person, and just making sure that they are living their best life. And that sounds a little bit corny, but yeah, just it's the person that's important rather than the job and money at the end of the day. Although all of our clients out there, your job is the most important thing to us. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, no, the person, I'm sorry, the person does come first. Yeah. So yeah, so that's my experiences.
Okay, great. It's 2 o'clock. What Ben's going to do here now, and Catherine as well, on breakout rooms, and it's not just speaking to us, if there's any collaboration that you want to talk to anybody else on here. I know Sean's asked me for 2 to 2:15 to have a chat. So what Ben will do here, or Catherine, they'll create a breakout room and they'll chuck us in for a chat. If anybody wants to talk to anybody on here, not just drop the mask, then please ask for a breakout room, come off mute, and we'll facilitate that now through to 2:30. So feel free, okay? And thank you everybody for joining. I better say, if everybody's on the Q&As and then the conference, please, thank you so much for today. Thank you for coming to our first conference for us. We really appreciate the time that you've taken and for your collaboration. And great, if you're staying on and having a chat or having a breakout room, it's fine. And if not, please we'll do the video when it's ready. We'll have your email address and we'll send a copy if need to be. There is a form on our site. I don't know if we can get Ben listed now to just put that link on. There was a feedback form that Ben posted as well. It's a short URL. I think he'll put that back in chat. And then also on our website, you can book free 30-minute sessions with us. I'll get Ben to put that on chat as well from our contact page. But thank you very much for coming. Much appreciated. I think Lynn and Jess are wanted by Nick in the breakout room. We'll facilitate that now. Catherine will be in the main session for anybody that needs to go in to chat everybody else. But if not, thank you and have a great rest of your day. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you. Really good.
Thank you, guys.
Ben, you create a room for me. Yep, there we go. And Nick, you'll be in there. Anybody else that needs to want to talk to anybody, then if not, we'll see you in a bit.